I'm going to make a soup that I used to make a long time ago. It's I start off with hamburger meat. This is a really good soup that you can use with your canned goods, and I'm just going to crumble up the hamburger meat. You don't have to have very much hamburger meat. I want to brown this to get the fat off of it. I used to take this to work with me a long time ago, in the wintertime, especially in a thermos bottle, and it would keep until lunchtime. It was my way of saving money. But it really did become a family favorite. And so I make it every so often in the wintertime. Not a whole lot, but I do. And all I want to do is brown up this hamburger meat. And this is a good way. I use kidney beans in this. And I also use some corn and a few other things to give it a lot of flavor. It sure beats Hamburger Helper, that's for sure. Now I have my hamburger meat all nice and brown, and I'm going to cut up some potatoes because potatoes take the longest to cook. And so I'm going to just cut me up a potato or two and put in this pot. I've drained all the grease off my hamburger meat, and I'm going to put a potato in it. I may put two. We'll have to wait and see here. Just depends on how many it looks like it's in the pot, because I definitely like potatoes, but I think this one is going to be enough. Now remember, I gave you a recipe for chicken with cream cheese sauce with chili chipotle, and I told you could freeze it? Well, this is what I do with it. This is leftover that I had in the freezer, and I'm going to blend it in this mini food chopper with water. And I'm going to put water in the jar. I'm going to swish it around to get all that nice juice from that chili chipotle out of there. And then I'm just going to blend this chili chipotle and blend it up nice. And then I'm going to take it and pour it into the pot. And I'm going to add more water, okay? Now, so far, I've just got the hamburger meat and the potatoes and the chili chipotle. And it doesn't taste hot. It really doesn't. And I'm going to add to this pot once it's nice and hot. I want to bring those potatoes up to a good heat because I'm going to add some pasta. Now this is the curly kind, spiral pasta. But I want it to be hot because the potatoes and the pasta take about the same time to cook, especially if you're using the curly kind. So I want it to be hot first before I put the pasta in there. And I put several good handfuls of pasta into the pot. I'm also going to add some salt. I just sprinkle a little salt in my hand, you see. And I'm going to throw it in the pot like that. And I'm going to let this come to a boil. I'm going to put a top on it and let it start to cook until the potatoes and the macaroni are ready. And then I'm going to add a can of red kidney beans. Yep. Oh, is it good with kidney beans in it. I'm going to add corn too. I'm not a big corn fan, but my Nutter Butter loves this stuff with corn. I could live without it, but he likes it, so I put it in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep letting this heat up together. I want that beans and that corn to come back to a boil. And so I'm going to let it boil. That's right. Doesn't that look delicious? And I'm just going to let them beans and those corn heat up together. And then we're going to serve this up. This is a really good, inexpensive soup for a cold winter day where you can use your canned goods that you've been saving. Here it is. This is a nice, good bowl of soup that doesn't cost that much. You could do this with chicken. Doesn't have to be hamburger. It could be leftover chicken. Just a little pieces of chicken that you just shred up, a chicken leg shredded up in there. You don't have to have a whole lot of meat. If you don't have any meat, make it without meat. It's all about doing what you can with what you have on hand, because we're coming to a point that we are really going to have to change our lifestyles. So I hope you'll try this, and I hope you enjoy and have a very, very blessed day.